Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your title is, and a little bit about the size of your rural zone.
Sure. I'm Ashley Harden. I'm with the City of Perry. I'm the Economic Development Manager. I did recently get my Certified Economic Developer certification, so
Yay!
we're excited about that. And I've been in Perry 2 years. Just had my 2-year anniversary, and we now actually have over 18,000 population. And we'll have more information once that new census data comes out. So we got in the rural zone almost 3 years ago, right before we got too big. So
Mhm.
congratulations to any new rural zone communities that are watching this.
So what have you found to be the most difficult thing with rural zone, whether it be in promotion or um, people not understanding the program? What have you found to be the most difficult part of the rural zone program?
Sure. Um, I wouldn't really say it's difficult, but there is some work involved, and I guess it would be the most difficult portion is the education component. um, and truth and actually explaining to a local business. And I feel like it's the smaller mom and pop ones that need more of that hand holding and explaining. We do have some, developers, the ones that make more money, I think get it quicker because maybe they're used to other tax programs. They truly understand, hey, this program, if the other business creates jobs in the building that I bought and I rehabbed, I can get my credits. So it's specifying who gets what credits, right? And so when we actually do an application, I'll give an example. The Casserole Shop opened a location in Perry. So the property owner made his rehab of a building he owned. He paid for some of that investment. And then the business came and created 5 new jobs or FTEs, and they also paid for some rehab.
Mhm.
And so what I do, just to make sense to everybody, was I get those certified at the same time. So we do Casserole Shop for Jobs. I fill that one out first and verify that they had the jobs for that parcel number. And then you use their NAICS code on the application for the property owner, and the property owner gets the rehab investment. But I also put Casserole Shop's own rehab on theirs. So it is about hand holding. The other difficult part is the misinformation that we've had some business people give to other business people. Small towns, people talk. If somebody doesn't clearly understand the program, then they may give misinformation to another business. So, example, rural zone does not cover new construction, even if it's in your rural zone district. So we had one business that was working with a new construction project, and he said, "Oh, you'll get all these rural zone tax credits on your construction. You'll get like 30%." So then I met with this business later, and we'd given her packet early on that explained, the benefits and all of the items she was eligible for. I did not even talk to that business about rural zone because I knew that job creation would be minimal. Her purchase price was very minimal. I mean, she might get like maybe $4,000
Mhm.
per. So, I mean, yeah, she'll get the credits, but that wasn't the selling point. But she came into a meeting with me and said, "Tell me all about these rural zone tax credits. I'm so excited." The business I talked to, he just talked it up like it was the best thing for her when it actually was not something that she needed to be that excited about because she wasn't going to benefit.
Right.
The valid and factual information, and that's disseminated correctly, is probably the most important piece initially
Yeah.
with the zone program. And it takes some people a while to get it. And even once you've been certified, I've been here 2 years now. There's still questions. I'm like, "Hey, Trisha, what about this one? This one didn't come up yet." And
Yes.
I'll give you a quick example of that one. Was we had someone, they bought a building, they rehabbed half of it, and they had job creation. So they got all the credits. Happy, happy. Well, the building's split in half. So now they want to rehab the other part. And the question is, do they get to add that to their rehab? Well, and actually, I found out the answer is no. They have to wait until a new business that's going to rent that space um,
Comes in,
creates
creates the
jobs, and then they would
jobs.
do a new application and a new rehab. It doesn't tie on to an existing one. So that was news to me.
Yeah.
So you'll continue learning about the program as you move through it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and we continue learning too, because these new questions come up that have never come up before. So Trisha and I are constantly learning, or we're having to call DOR to discuss a new situation to see if somebody would qualify for the credits or not. So what has been the most successful way that you guys have promoted the Rural Zone program that has really gotten the word out and got people talking?
Sure. Well, I got here in October of 2018, and we had got certified in January.
Hmm.
So it's still a new program. No applications had been filled out at the time. And I learned early on, so it was early of 2019, we said, you know what, let's do a rural zone lunch and learn. Let's educate the community. Let's do a lunch because everybody eats lunch. Let's pay for lunch. We did that through our DDA, and I'm the staff member for our DDA. And that's pretty much mirrors our rural zone map.
Hmm.
And we invited developers, potential developers, and property owners. The property owner part was huge for Perry because we really wanted to trigger reinvestment and explain to them that, even if you don't sell your building, these are tax credits that you can improve your properties and get better tenants and create lots of downtown better. And we had great results with that, but we had about 50 people, and you and Trish came to our lunch and learn. And that was fun and exciting, even though it was hot in the art center. I think our AC was out that time, or it was too loud. Our mic system wasn't working. So, and then you got to experience downtown Perry. So I would recommend any new rural zone um, participant, invite you guys, make that, $500 investment, feed people, plan it at least 6 weeks out so people can put it on their calendars, invite commercial realtors, invite property owners, invite business prospects, um, invite elected officials, invite your DDA board, let the DDA chairman open it, let the DDA feel like, their volunteer directors are really a part of this. Because then you can say, here's what our DDA did. We hosted a lunch and learn. And that I think really got the ball rolling with both rural zone and then just for us, just on revitalizing downtown Perry. It got the conversation started. And we were at a point in Perry where we needed that to happen.
Did y'all invite CPAs to that as well?
Did actually. And actually, the reason we did the lunch and learn was because the CPA had questions.
Okay.
That's what triggered it. We had a CPA that I think was filing something for a client that we had just certified, and he asked about it, and I said, you know what, let's do a lunch and learn. So yes, we did invite, I think, 3 or 4 CPAs. I think at least 2 came, and then since then, I've been a resource for CPAs in Macon that will call me and ask questions about the program that maybe I can answer before we put them on you and Trisha. So.
Mhm. Thank you. Um, so do you feel like that the program has been a success? I mean, has it decreased your vacancy rate? Has it removed blighted parcels? Has it been that catalyst for those things to happen?
Um, I don't know that it's been a catalyst as if this project wouldn't have happened without tax credits.
Yeah.
However, we did have a property that was vacant and underutilized for probably years. We had someone buy it, rehab it, and we have some great before and after pictures of it, and they qualified for all of them. The best rural zone tax credits are when somebody is able to property acquisition, rehab, and job creation.
Yeah.
And so we had just a stellar rural zone perfect project that did happen with. And it was somebody that was renting space downtown that was growing, and they're in their new space and they're happy, and they were able to capture those credits. Now we do have some other property owners that are making investment now, and they do say the reason I'm doing this is because of the rural zone tax credits.
Okay.
So we do see that
Yeah.
because they're understanding, but it also does go down to the educational piece. And it also goes back to handholding when it's time to get someone certified. If they created the jobs in March, and we had one that did, and they're there, don't wait till the end of the year. Certify them in the summer before everybody's super busy. And you'll get
Yeah.
that certification back in a day or two, not 3 weeks. So,
Yeah.
and also keep a tracking sheet, keep a list. And it's only a 1-page form, but sometimes you have to go hand in hand and help the company fill it out. Always look up the parcel number for them. You can do that easily on Q Public. Make it as simple as possible for them. And then keep a spreadsheet. I keep a spreadsheet so I can let mayor and council and our DDA directors know that we have almost 600,000 in rural zone tax credits. We still have 2 years left. We'll hit $1 million.
Yeah.
So that's exciting when you can actually quantify the numbers.
That's exciting, and that's great advice for new communities to think about keeping that list, and going ahead and certifying, sending in that certification form, like you said, before the end of the year when everybody else is trying to get it in before taxes are due. So great advice. That's really, really good advice.